Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 78 of our Enigmatica 6 Expert Let's Play series, where today we're getting our Metallurgic infuser all set up, and you know what? We squeeze in a quick Ender Dragon kill, because we got the time, and we're like super OP, so why not? Let's get started. Welcome back, my friends, to another wonderful day here in the world of TheAndrata, where we are working currently on getting our Blaze Blood from last episode up and running. Today, we're going to continue working on our process here. I've been kind of working a little bit to try and figure out what exactly we're going to need to get all of this stuff done so we can get our Metallurgic infusers so we can start getting better power. We're going to talk about a couple things here that I have tried out in between episodes and a few things that I want to share with you guys that I've gotten from the comments. I need to sleep, though, and make sure. The first things first, you're going to see here that we have a little bit of a setup going on here. Sleep, yes. So what this is we have our blaze spawner here, right? Blaze spawner set up. I did go ahead and get the I don't even remember. I took it off my to-do list because I did it. The modification here to, what is it? Activation range? No. Where is the thing at? Ignores light, spawn range. So glyph of AoE, and I had to hold a token of sorrow in my offhand, and I used these. Like I said, these weren't too expensive. We have marvelous clay available to us, so really it was not expensive. And I think it took 3 of these. I made 4 because I taught myself how to use one. But all you do is hold that in your offhand and then right click on the thing. It does not use your token of sorrow at all. It just uses the glyph, and then bam, so now they only have a spawn range of 1, so they're only spawning in this area. I do want to upgrade this because now that I decreased the spawn range, we're not getting as many blazes as we were. Basically, only 1 can spawn in at a time. There is an upgrade to enhance that, which would be max entities. So we can increase the max entities, but this requires a tier 3 glyph, which is a glyph of linger, which we probably, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I was thinking I can't make these because I don't have a tier 3 available in Ars Nouveau. That just means I can't learn this. It doesn't mean I can't make it, I don't believe. So I can actually make this. And this mythical clay will be easy. Sunstone, mana, bam. I could actually do this and get more. So I'm going to probably work on that. We'll see if we can get to that at the end of this episode. But basically what we have, I've decided I'm just going to convert this smeltery over to a Blazing Blood smeltery. Like, that's the thing. It's going to be this. And then I can build out another smeltery for any smelting that we're going to end up needing to do. Oops, wrong button. A separate smeltery in the future for all this stuff, because this is already here. I have it, and I don't feel like doing any extra work at the moment. So what we have is a drain set up with a mechanical pipe pulling out of that into a mechanism tank. And then that mechanism tank has another mechanical pipe feeding out of it right back into our fuel tank. I moved the fuel tank over here. And what that does is it makes it so that this is infinite, right? It feeds the blazing blood, they die, the blazing blood comes in here, and it uses less blazing blood than it does to kill the blazes. So we have an infinite setup here. We'll always have a net positive on our blazing blood. So we currently have almost 8 buckets here. We have 4 buckets sitting in this pipe ready to go, and there are 4 buckets inside of the fuel tank. So yeah, it's great. It works fantastically. And then once we can upgrade this, we can run this, because apparently we're going to be using blazing blood a lot. It has been mentioned quite a few times in the comments and in my Discord. So we'll upgrade this and we'll get this going. Eventually I want to get wireless fluid transfer, but we're actually just bottlenecked right now by this setup, getting our end fiber and all that stuff, which requires blaze fiber, which requires blazing blood. So this is kind of sort of our bottleneck to being able to kind of advance everything a little bit again. So anyway, so we got this going. I do have a couple other things on our hotbar here. These are all other spawner modifiers. So the Spectre's Eye, if we hold a token of joy, it adds ignored players, I guess. Or it subtracts ignore players. I don't understand which one is which. One requires a sorrow, one requires a token of joy. This looks like it adds a value of ignores players, and this removes a value of ignores players. I'm only going to be able to do this once, so we're going to have to see how this is. But this is made by fighting the Phantoplasm again. So we got to summon the Bell Ringer. That part was easy. We already did that. The Glyph of Delay, increases or decreases the minimum spawn delay, so we can make it so that we can have it down to 100 ticks between spawns, which is great. And then the glyph of linger, as we know, increases the max entities, so we can make it spawn fast and spawn a lot of them and not require us to be nearby, because I do need to stand near this for this to work. If I'm sitting at home, this does not run. Even when chunk loaded, it does not run. It requires a player to be nearby. But I think we have enough buckets of this stuff for now. I did use my tank, I believe, from in here, or did I get another one? Did I go home and grab a tank? I did go home and grab a tank because I am smart. So let's, I think it's V. Yeah, bucket mode. Excuse me, please. I don't know why this stuff doesn't work all the time. That is not what I intended, and that's going to probably be very hot. Granted, I don't think I take lava damage. Okay, stop it. There we go. I was picking up from the bucket, not the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Whatever. I need 5 buckets of this. I went ahead and added the crafting calculator for the 4 of these so I could figure out how much of all this stuff I'm going to need, because I just didn't want to do the math manually. So crafting calculator done. We have 5 total buckets, so we can actually go ahead and start working on this craft. I just need to clean up my inventory a little bit. Yeah, you can go away. The control circuits, casting basin. You guys can all come chill out up here. Bam, and you go there, you go there. And actually, you know what? I've been using the crafting calculator a lot lately because some of these crafts are getting to be a little bit complicated, so I'll keep it on me. I put it away because I'm like, I haven't used it in a while, but it is handy. It is handy to have. Okay, so with that being done, getting the blaze blood, we now have the ability to craft ourselves some blaze fiber. So we need blazing blood, ditch bulb, and mage bloom fiber. And again, let me get my crafting calculator back out because it's going to tell me exactly how many I need of each. So we're going to need 16 mage bloom, 8 ditch bulb. Bam. And then bulb. I have enough? Yes. I need to figure out how to grow this stuff. I believe it just needs to be on, what is it called? Deep soil? Ditch bulb. Can this just grow on deep soil? Let's find out. That way I can plant it because it's going to be used for other recipes too. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Don't do that though. If it's not grown, it will break the deep ditch bulb. So, bam. We can go add this to our farm real quick. One of our farms can handle this. And we're going to do this one because I don't really need this many source berries anymore. As you can see, I don't even know if I mentioned it, but I got rid of the mycelial source link. It really wasn't doing much for us. Let's do this, 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 and this. And then that can go there. Now we'll have a ditch bulb. I'll probably replace all those with ditch bulb. And then like we'll get eventually the like shadowberry thing that we're going to need. We're going to have an adventuring episode coming up soon. We're going to take out the dragon. We took out the wither before we took out the dragon. Mr. Carroll, how you doing? Good? Doing good? Protecting my base? Thank you. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop over to the factory, and we need to get our mixer going. And I do need to automate this. I'm going to set up a line of automation for all of these. So that way we can automate mixing. We can automate compressing as needed. And I don't know if we really need to automate millstoning, but we'll set it up similar to how we have here, where we can have items come in and then eventually refined storage can pump into it and out, and we're good to go. But for now, we're going to do it manually. So what I need to do is dump all of this into here, really. Can this hold this many items? I don't even know, actually. It can. And if we do that, it should mix, and that's going to get rid of that bucket. And then we can do it again. And then again. And again. And one last time. And apparently I can't count. Okay. Is that how many I need of these? 16? Oh, apparently. I guess I can't count. I thought I had 5 buckets. Did I get 6 buckets somehow? I don't know. We'll put one in the system, though. That way we have it. I also should get my tanks or my buckets back out in case I need them. Sure, 18 is a good number to have now. We'll do 10. It's good to have some buckets in our system. Okay, so we can put the blaze fiber away. No, we can't put the blaze fiber away yet because the blaze fiber now needs us to craft into blaze crystals. So that is 2 blaze honeycomb per. So we're going to go ahead and grab blaze honeycomb. And we're going to need 32 of these. And this is going to be a recipe that's going to break our automation that we have set up down here. Because our automation currently, as it stands, only allows us to have 1 of each item in here. So it's going to pull 1 and 1, and then it's going to halt there. So I guess I'll manually do this for now, and then I'll figure out what we need to do to get this automated, because I need to get refined storage over here, but until we get more power, I don't want to set up refined storage to automate this, because there's no like real super duper point, I guess I could say. So I'm going to sit here and do this, and then we'll come back when we have it. Luckily, it doesn't take too long because these are already hardened tier. I probably should just make them the higher tier in the first place, but yeah, I didn't do that. So there we go. But yeah, all right, we'll be back. All right, and we have our 32 blazing crystals done. Took accelerating, made that much less painful than it could have been. And then once we get refined storage up, we'll be able to automate this. The reason I just don't have it set up now, I'm theoretically, I might be able to do it, but crafters have the ability to insert the next set on a pulse. And so what we can do is we can have a loop here, similar setup to how we have, but we can get what's called I believe the redstone from Pretty Pipes. This guy, and maybe it's not this. I think when a item passes through a pipe, it actually emits a redstone signal. We can actually test this really quick. I'm pretty sure that's what happens. Let's grab one of these, lay this down, and we're just going to put a chicken egg here. As it passes through, did it do anything? No. Maybe when it's completed, a completed craft does it. Anyway, there's a way to do this. It's on the Enigmatica wiki. I've set it up before with Pretty Pipes. But we can set it up to pulse. We can set a comparator that'll pulse. That's what it is. It'll pulse off of the pipe. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. We'll figure it out later. Not a big deal. Let's go ahead and pop upstairs. We need to go ahead and get ourselves crafted up some more stuff. So what we need to now do is craft up 16 blazing capacitors. So if we throw those in there, we'll now be able to get, we did that. So we just need the blazing capacitors, the capacitatos, and 16. Yes, thank goodness we had enough of everything else. All right. Now, I do want to point out there is a quest that wants us to make 24 of them. We have 16. I probably should have went for the 24 instead of the 16 just to get the quest reward, but I didn't. It's okay. We'll survive. We're going to end up making more. We're going to probably need lots more of these things. But with that, we now have the ability to craft the thing. So I need to go ahead and get these out of my inventory quickly so that they don't do the thing. I could have turned my battery off. Absolutely. I didn't. But that's okay. So if we do this, no, it's not those. It's these, right? I need to do these, which is going to fail because refined storage doesn't see that those exist. If we look at power, the problem that we have here is refined storage is accepting a brand new, untouched, no NBT data energizing rod. Unfortunately, these guys have NBT data. They each have about 10,000 or so ish power in them, and so it doesn't see them as being a new item. They're used, they have NBT, so these actually aren't energizing rods. Hardened, these are energizing rods, hardened, stored 8235, energized, stored, blah, 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 blah. So they're not actually the item that we think they are. They're different. But we can just go ahead and manually move these over. That is one of the problems with refined storage that you run into, is items with NBT data can mess things up. And you see now how these stack. That's because these are all brand new. They're all exactly stored 0, no NBT data on them. They're basically baby items, don't exist, period. But yeah, we're good to go now. So now we should be able to go ahead and craft this blazing agitator if I remove the other stuff from my backpack that we have. And I throw it in there. Blazing agitator, we now have that. We can throw that in the system, and actually I'll take it out. Maybe it's a quest. It is. I like quests. And if we take this, we can throw this stuff in here, and get ourselves our first metallurgic infuser. Yes, hallelujah. That is a good thing to have. Now, should we automate this? Absolutely. Am I going to right now? No. Why? Because I don't feel like doing it. Because I need to just get myself up to the power so that I can get the stuff that I need. So what do we need to do? We need to make infused alloys. However, before I get started, what is the cost of an enrichment chamber? Enrichment. Just to check, based on this pack, an enrichment chamber is quite expensive. Wow. Okay. Graphite electrode is going to require us to get HOP graphite, which is HOP graphite dust, which is an enrichment chamber. Nope. So we can't do this until we can start making machines, because we need to squeeze ourselves some coal coke into HOP graphite dust, or hop. I don't know how to say that. That's why I'm saying HOP. So that would get us these graphite electrodes. And then don't we have to like charge these things? Yeah, if we run it through the metal press, we're only at a 50% integrity. If we do it in here, does that antimatter to get to 100% integrity? That's a little. 4 of these in here would get us to arc furnace electrodes, which can only be purchased. Okay. We're going to have to figure out how to get to 100% integrity, because I'm pretty sure that's going to be required. So that's that. Simple machine frame. We're going to have to get into this, and refined obsidian is going to require me to make this without getting the cheaper way of doing this. What I'm looking for is this enriched obsidian, or enriched items, because this 8x's your stuff. Like if we look here, enriched obsidian will get us 80 millibuckets of refined obsidian. 1 dust gets us 10 millibuckets. So it's significantly cheaper to do this, because this is one of those just enriched. This is literally like diamond. It's expensive, but we can't do it, so I'm not going to worry about it. So what we're going to do is grab ourselves a little bit of redstone, and we need to make infused alloy. An infused alloy is made with energized steel and 10 millibuckets of this stuff. So let's go ahead and actually go to my quests, because I saw that this quest gets me 4 blocks of energized steel. Now we have a bunch of energized steel, but I'm going to go ahead and do something like this so we can get just 36 of these things and call it a day for the moment, for the time being. So if we take those, put those in there, it's going to go ahead and do the thing. Now I did get some speed upgrades from Mechanism as part of a quest reward. Do I have any efficiency upgrades though? Because those are going to be more important to start with, or energy upgrades, and those are not happening anytime soon. So I guess I'm not going to use the speed upgrades either. We'll just manually time in a bottle this bad boy, and then we don't got to worry about it. And it'll do its thing. Let's take one of these out. Okay, let's take all of them out, I guess, since I don't have a choice. We're going to take out our basic universal cables. We're going to convert these over. Other way around. Bam. Save one. We're going to convert these all over. Okay, seriously, do the thing. There we go. So now we have advanced universal cables, and then I'll convert the rest of them over once we have enough infused alloys. But I want to show you guys, there is a way to in-place upgrade cables, which is actually really cool, and I love that they added this for Mechanism. I don't want to in-place upgrade this cable because there's only one singular one here, so there's no point in doing that. But all the other ones that we have chains of them, absolutely. But let's go ahead and do this. And now we can extract at 54,000. So this is going to quickly fill up. And we're no longer going to have any sort of bottleneck issue with this. Well, for now, at least. Where's my dank? I must have put it away. No? Did I put it in my backpack? I hope. Hello? Has anybody seen my dank knoll? Oh, wait, it's there. Was I just crazy, or was that not there? Let's do this and this. Fill this back in. So now I'm going to assume it's nighttime since we're still throttling our power. But now our refined storage controller should not have any issues except for at night. But that's expected because we're having issues at night no matter what. But anyway, in-place upgrades of cables. All we have to do is this fancy just right-click on this with an infused alloy, and it will upgrade the cables in place. And we can upgrade the whole chain of cables. You can see here I'm right clicking, and we still have 16. That means all the cables that are connected are upgraded to advanced, and we don't have to worry about manually breaking and replacing. Absolutely fantastic mechanic. And now we can actually tick accelerate most of these things and not have to worry. Well, except for this thing. This uses a lot of power. Yeah, look, 800 RF per tick. Probably should have looked at that before I tick accelerated it up to so high. But like our magma crucible, if I wanted to, I could tick accelerate that without worries. There we go. Okay. And that cleared that out, and that cleared that out. Redstone dust, spruce planks. We don't need those there anymore. Basic universal cables. We're going to upgrade all of these. Bam. We can throw the rest in there. And then we're going to work on upgrading all of our other things too as time goes on. But that unlocks a lot of power essentially for us. Let's unslot memory this. Put this here. And then we will slot memory it again. So that way they always go there. So we'll always have advanced with us. But that gives us our metallurgic infuser, which is also used for a lot of other things, but mainly it was that power issue. So now I can set up auto crafting without having to worry. I can set up more crafters, and we should be like golden on our power here for refined storage. Look at that. Using 3,149 RF per tick, I scoff in the name of that. If I get my range upgrades, we throw these into our wireless transmitter, 320 blocks range. We're using 3,533 and we're stable. We're not losing any power. Why? Because we are geniuses and we set things up, as they should be. I don't know why I can't see my factory. But now, if I were to teleport over to the factory, look, I have full refined storage access all the way over here. Wizard Tower? Ha! I need access to my stuff. I've got it. Bam. Perfect. So yeah, that's basically where we are at with our power. It is fantastic. I like it. And we don't have to worry about it except for nighttime. Nighttime's our only big bottleneck right now, but we're working on it. As you can see here, I have the nitro reactor added to our to-do list. This is a multi-craft, mechanical craft of a bunch of stuff. Really not anything that's too super duper crazy, except for the nitro crystals themselves. But like it's a heat pipe, just some XNet cables, a controller from XNet. This Maxwellian entropic gateway really isn't that hard. It's just some Botania runes, thermoplate, a jar of voiding, which is obsidian dust in a jar. Super simple. A jar of voiding is like a dank, but just not as advanced, by the way. Thermoplates, we've made these before. We have thermoelectric generators. We've had to use these for there was some craft that we had to use this for. The solar panel. No, not those solar panels. Something used these, if I remember correctly. I don't remember. Maybe nothing did use those. But yeah, the only expensive part of this is going to be the blocks of nitro crystals themselves, which are made in a energizer 100 million RF and nether stars and weak blood shards plus blazing crystals. That gets you 16 of them though, so it's not like you're like super duper wasting a whole bunch of stuff, but man, 100 million RF is a lot. We thought that the infused ender pearl was going to take forever. This is going to absolutely take forever until we get stuff upgraded. I probably need to upgrade those. You know what? I'll work on that in between episodes, actually. I'm going to upgrade these guys to blazing. And actually, this is a good use case for upgrading these two, because I was tick accelerating these and it was not working well in my favor. You kidding me here? If I use this, it's going to waste. Oh, no. Oh, it actually does follow down the whole chain. That's kind of nice. And then I'll just do this too, I guess. I think that's for this system here. Sure, they're all upgraded. We'll use them. And then lastly, let's do this one. Sure. I wasted an infused alloy on that one. I could have just swapped it out, but it's okay. I'll upgrade these in between episodes to the higher tier. I'm also going to get more blazing capacitors so that we can get to this 24 limit. And we'll just have a few extra, but I just need to get the blazing blood going. And I could have automated the blazing blood. If I set up a tank, I could have piped into this because we have a blank spot here. So I could have set up a tank like somewhere in the ground with the blazing blood pumping into here, which is probably what I'll do in between episodes to get more of the blaze fiber. But that's that. So let's see, what else do we want to work on this episode? Because that was kind of sort of my big goal, and we actually ended up doing it much faster than I thought. Let's go ahead and I guess maybe Maybe. What do we got left? 6 minutes? We can take out an ender dragon in 6 minutes. I don't see why that's not going to be possible. Let's go to end portal. Make sure we got our bow with an arrow. And maybe we could use like our, I think our explosive arrow will actually get us like dragon scales. And I would like to eat. Can we please like run around in a circle or something and get my buffs? I don't really have like flight capabilities, so it's slightly sort of annoying. I wanted to take damage from that so I could eat something. Run. Huh. Into the wall. That didn't do anything. There we go. All right, so now we got our buffs. Yeah, I believe, yeah, look, we're getting dragon scales off of this by doing this. I'll grab those. The Endermen aren't mad at me because I have End Veil. What these dragon scales are used for, I'm not entirely sure, but it was mentioned long ago in the comments when we first came here that I should do this. Blast it off of an Ender Dragon. You can make Tinker stuff. Okay. Dragonborn and Draconic on our sword. All right, let's go over here. Let's smack this guy. We'll probably one-shot it. Okay, buddy, I'm trying to get in here. Almost one-shot it. And that's with the healing that he's got going on. There we go. We two-shot the Ender Dragon. That was a 2-minute Ender Dragon fight. I'm not going to complain about it. Get out of here, Enderman. That Enderman lasted longer than the Ender Dragon did. Ooh, this is an interesting portal. What is this? Also, how do I get... Hello? Give me your head. Okay. Where did that go? Fall. Give me that. Okay, thank you. Let's see what all of our loot is from our Ender Dragon. Yeah, this is a very interesting portal. It's also kind of sort of annoying because can we still use this to kill the Wither? Could I set up the Wither killer down here so that he doesn't teleport around? Not that I don't, you know, have the capability of killing the Wither fairly quickly, but I don't want to have to manually do it. Yeah, we should be able to over here, right? I'm going to have to remember how to do it. Because I think in one of my series I messed it up. But we should be able to set up a Wither killer here so I can spawn in the Wither, take him out, and get those nether stars that we're going to need for those nitro crystals. Because that's going to be coming. I'm just trying to make this look nice. Ish. Okay. Now I need to get out. So what did we end up getting? What is the drops from the Ender Dragon? So we obviously got our dragon head. And now this has a ponder. What are we supposed to ponder? Oh, respawning the Ender Dragon. Okay, that's easy enough. Ender Pearls. We got some dragon sinew from Tetra. We can upgrade our bow with that if we so desire. We got a dragon egg. What do you want for this? Dragon egg as well. And a bunch of experience, and that's about it. And these dragon scales. Now, I believe if we kill them again, we'll actually get the dragon scales from Quark. But those only are on a respawn, and then these are used to copy an elytra if we so needed to. But yeah, there we go. Dragon's done. Now we don't have to worry about dragon bothering us while we're floating around here. We can go ahead and pop back home, and we just beat the game. Congratulations, guys. That is the end of Enigmatica 6 Expert Series. This has been TheAndrata. It's been a fun 78 episodes, actually. But yeah, we beat the game, so no more anything that we need to do anymore, right? Right? We're done? We're done? No, I make that joke every time. Okay, we're not done. We're never done. We're not going to ever be done with this pack. We're 77 episodes in and we just got refined storage. We're going to be here for a while. I hope you guys are going to be along for the ride, but that is going to be the end of today's episode. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it, and it really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.